It's always surprising to me that 20 miles south of Boston you can come upon this beautiful scenic area and go down this river and feel a real respite from the hurried world that Boston is. My name is Samantha Woods, and I'm the Executive Director of the North and South Rivers Watershed Association.
Is that a turtle? Yeah, that's a fish.
The ecosystem that the watershed encompasses is really quite vast. There's a lot of different ecosystems within the watershed. We have an immense amount of salt marsh, about 3,000 acres of salt marsh in total in both the North and South Rivers. It supports an immense array of wildlife, anywhere from eagles to marsh wrens to herons to osprey. So it's just a really wonderful ecosystem and really unusual in that in Massachusetts, on the eastern seaboard here, we have 12 miles of navigable water along the North River, and that's pretty unheard of.
It was like almost, okay, I forget too! Oh, yeah, sunfish. Tons of sunfish. 2 sunfish.
My name is Roger Crawford, and we're standing on the banks of the South River here in Marshall, Massachusetts. And this is a tributary of the North River. Basically, the two rivers form to one and exit out into the sea just a couple of miles up from where we're standing right here. The history of the river is fascinating. There has been shipbuilding on this river since the year 1640, and at one point it was the center of shipbuilding in America. 1,000 ships were built on this river from the year 1640 to 1871, and some of those were ships as large as 400 tons. The Boston Tea Party ship, the Beaver, was built on the banks of this river. Most of the time this works, but not always.
That whole line of trees. My name is Paul Coolidge, and I've lived here on the Third Herring Brook for approximately 45 years. It went through a very intense period of shipbuilding, and then it went through an industrial period between 1850 and 1900, when there were many mills and factories, including a very large rubber factory, which did a good deal of pollution to the river.
That one was the sawmill, probably. And no, it was a fireworks. Oh no, the fireworks one was down in the woods over there. And then it was kind of a sin they polluted this because bass.
It was somewhat damaged by the industrialization 150 years ago, but it's now being reclaimed to a great extent by the watershed and other protective people.
The dissolved oxygen is 7.9.
I'm ELISA. I started off as a volunteer here and now I'm an intern. We go out to 10 different locations on the North and South River. We take a water sample and we test for a few different things that get published in our newsletter. I got inspired when I started doing community service work and volunteer work here. I don't think that the rivers would be as clean as they are today. They're so beautiful. I just think that everyone should keep up the great work and keep doing what they're doing.
The member/volunteers that work with us are just local folks who believe in the environment, believe in saving our water for the future, and are trying to protect the other creatures that share this environment with us. There's a lot more going on in this time period in terms of consciousness about this river than there ever was 400 years ago when people just saw it as a vehicle to get boats to and from.
My name's Doug Lowry, and I'm president of the North and South Rivers Watershed Association, and we are on the South River. We're essentially an organization that's offering our potential members a pretty easy sell. We're asking them if it's okay if we help maintain the quality of their drinking water, if we can help maintain the quality and the beauty of their neighborhoods, and we're asking them if they'd like to join us throughout the year on some pretty fun, adventurous, and educational programs and trips.
We have a River Adventurers Camp that we do in partnership with the YMCA. That is a really wonderful 6-week program that's always full when kids get out not only to learn to be safe on the water, but they also learn to become stewards and gain a better understanding of the nature in their own backyards.
Justin, what were you saying during the tide pools? How people should act?
When you're in the tide pools, you should walk very slowly and make sure you don't disturb the environment. And if you do, then to put them back the way they were.
Yeah.
Very wonderful. What's that?
It's like a little sea creature. When you hum, it comes out.
No kidding.
So what happened with the periwinkle?
It didn't come out.
It's just great to get kids outside because now it's like all digital. Kids are on computers and cell phones and stuff. They see the natural world. They see like aspects of like trash and stuff, that things they shouldn't do. They learn about this recreational space we have, the North River.
Yeah, this is my favorite summer activity because you get to just be out on the river. When you get too hot, you can just jump in the water, make new friends. It's just so fun.
We're here today at the 18th annual Great River Race. This is one of our signature events that we do annually to raise awareness about the rivers and get people out. We get a lot of people out on the water that aren't necessarily going to do it any other time unless there's a big group. You can't really protect something you don't care about, and so you don't care about what you don't know. So we get people out on the rivers and hopefully become stewards of them just as we are.
This actually relates to this. My sister just found it. If you look at the resemblance, it relates.
Get involved. It's a membership in an organization. It's becoming educated. It's teaching your children the right thing. Those are the things that I would encourage people to do if they want to keep the beauty that we see behind us.
Doing something for the health of this river, and this river does so much for so many people. We do a lot of hard work. There's a lot of hard work that goes into this, and it's all volunteer. But at the end of the day, I always feel that I've made a small difference somewhere along the line in this river's health.
We're always going to have our challenges as far as development. Success of the river is going to require a lot of vested interest in our future members.